All right, good afternoon. Welcome back here to Trader Minute. Great to have you aboard. Want to do a couple things here in this video. I want to go take a look at GLD Honeywell here for the challenge, and then want to go out here and take a look at the holiday schedule, and then talk about the end of this challenge and the start of the next challenge. So we'll do that here. I am just waiting for a thumbs up here on the audio, as I am not sure we're flowing there, so bear with me for about 10 seconds. All right, I appreciate it. I got the thumbs up, and we're good to go. All right, as you can probably tell from my voice, I'm still not over what I've been dealing with. It just kind of keeps coming and going a little bit, but feeling a lot better. But you probably still hear it a little bit in me. Now, the challenge here today, running with gold, which is just stuck here at 139. It has just been absolutely stuck since the entry here at 139. We went a little bit above it, a little bit below it, and then, just as flat as gold ever is going to go, is what we've experienced since being in the trade here. So down about $150 on the option due to the time decay, just, the tick, tick, tick each day. They're on it. I am going to continue to hold it. Here into tomorrow, and but by tomorrow doesn't go. I've got to pull it off and move on there. We do have we have a potential trigger on the board. It's not a trigger as things are set, but I want to show it to you for a reason here. And this is Honeywell. And Honeywell has a downside 3-7 crossover on it here today. Has a lot of the elements for a bullish signal, for a bearish signal. And in fact, if the things were kind of reversed and it were a bullish signal, it would be triggering, right? And one of the things about this current challenge, we talked about when starting it is, the bearish side is just tweaked to a higher standard. And that's due to market conditions. And, good thing it has been, because, a lot of the bearish downside that we would have gotten has been whipsawed a lot. And it is, it's just a reality of how the algorithm has been tuned for this challenge. And we did that based on, the historical precedent of this time of year and the overall market conditions in this time of year. And, that is something that, not going to change this challenge. But as I've mentioned, next challenge, we get out of some of those seasonal factors. And so we're going to be a little bit looser on the bearish signals. And, we should next challenge see more bearish signals come in than what we have here of late. Honeywell's an example of that, where, if it were tweaked to how the challenge is tweaked for the rest of the year, it would be a bearish signal here today. But as it sits, it's not. We have quite a few crossovers to the downside today. Procter and Gamble, has a downside crossover. Dollar General, General Electric, Dollar General is an upside crossover. General Electric, a downside crossover. So we have some crossovers going on, but nothing triggering. And what does that tell me? That tells me the probability of a average true range move is pretty low, here for a lot of these crossovers. So going to go into the close here with GLD and cash, and that's going to bring me to the next discussion, and that's about this challenge and the next challenge. When we started this challenge, we didn't put a hard end date on it, because I said I want to see how the market's shaping up into the end of the year. Sometimes when we go into the end of the year, the market can get pretty wild and crazy and have some strong trends. Other times it can just go lifeless, dull, flat, and something that is kind of painful to swing trade, right? And last year we saw there was a lot of life in it, a lot of stuff going on. And, I made the comment that if, we see a lot going on and, there's a high probability of a lot of trends, then I want to be involved and run with it. If not, I'd rather take a little challenge break and restart, with the coming of the new year. And so what we're going to do is we are going to end the challenge. We're going to end this challenge on Friday. Friday will be the last day for this challenge, and then that leads us into our holiday schedule and the next challenge date. So let me show you what we're going to be doing, here with that. So here's a calendar. I just grabbed this off the web here, but going to end this challenge here on the 20th. Okay, and be out there. Then we get to the 23rd and 24th. Now, the 24th is a half day for the market. 23rd is a full day. But both of these days are going to be off days here at Trader Minute. We're not going to do anything. Not going to make any trades. Not going to, you won't hear me on video there. I will be doing a little bit of traveling those days. But then on Christmas Day, the market is closed here as well. And then, going to start the next challenge here on the 2nd of January. So the next challenge start will be here on the 2nd of January. So that leaves us a few days here. On New Year's, the market is closed. It is closed. On the 31st, it is a full day. And so looked at, 26, 27, 30, 31, what would be kind of best to do here during this time? Because as we go into the end of this year, the way things are shaping up, we can see some pretty hefty moves on these days. And, I want to be around to trade them. I'll have, in-laws and family and stuff in town, so I need a little bit of an excuse to work a little bit. And so don't tell my wife I said that. But anyway, going to do a couple things here. Right? On the 26th and the 27th, I'm not sure exactly what times yet, but I will jump on video and going to do a couple day trading trainings, okay, on the 26th and 27th. We're going to talk about 4 different day trading techniques, and, I'll show those here, 26th, 27th, we'll record them, we'll go take a look at them. And then on the 30th and 31st, I'm going to do some live day trading sessions. So we're going to take the elements that we talk about on the 26th and 27th, and on the 30th and 31st, going to apply them and go out and make some live day trades. Now, these day trades will not be sent out via alerts or anything like that. If you're on with me live on those days, you want to trade them, go for it. But, I have to clarify with it's educational, right? But I will be making the trades live in my account, and they will be done with options, right? We'll talk a little bit about some stock day trading, but the application here will be with options. And the strategy we use will depend on how the market is shaping up on the 30th and on the 31st here. So that's what we're going to do here. The 26th, 27th, do some of those day trading trainings here, and then just do a couple live sessions on the 30th and 31st here as we get into the end of the year, and then that'll set us up for the new challenge start on the 2nd. Now, the new challenge will start in the afternoon of the 2nd. I won't be on in the morning. I'm not going to talk about the market or anything else like that in the morning, but in the afternoon, we'll take a look at what the signals are and ready to go here on the first trading day of the new year. Now, there's going to be a couple changes made to the challenge, just a couple small tweaks, right? This challenge that we are just going to be wrapping up, there's something that I'm not liking in it, and it's the rhythm of the challenge. I'm not liking the rhythm of the challenge at all. And one of the things that we changed going into this challenge was rule number 5 on the ATR method, and that's 6 days without triggering step 1 or 2. When options gray means we're going to hold. I'm going to switch this back down to 5 days. And it's a simple rhythm thing. And you know what? Yes, does it mean that the net result of the trades could be a little bit lower? It does. But it will keep a better rhythm. And when I look at this challenge and I look at kind of where things kind of missed out, it's in that rhythm. And had we had it at 5 days versus 6 days, the results would be significantly better. But it's one of those where I just want to get back to that rhythm element on it. So we'll be making that adjustment. We'll be making a couple watch list adjustments here that I will talk about tomorrow. Okay, we'll go through those watch list adjustments with you. And then also we'll be tweaking the algorithm a little bit just because we're going into a different time of year. To where the standard for bearish signals is not as high. And so, what would I expect to see from that? I would expect to see a greater balance of bullish and bearish signals, greater balance of trading calls and puts. But, with the way market conditions have been and with the way that, seasonal effects have been, it's been good that we've had that, that barrier. And going into the end of next year, we'll probably put that, back on. To where, it's mostly bullish and not as many bearish. The standard of proof for bearish signals is still going to be higher than for bullish signals just because of general market conditions. But if we do see market conditions change, we'll change that, throughout the course of the year. Okay. So those are a few of the small changes that are going to be made here to it. And again, this challenge will end Friday, and the new challenge will begin on the first day of the new year. And then we'll do some of these day trading sessions, the trainings, and then the live day trading. Here during the break. I know it's the holidays for many of you. A lot of traveling, family, all that kind of fun stuff. And, years past, as we've been running challenges through the holidays, I know it's been an annoyance to many. So this year I thought, no, we'll just do it a little different. We'll get some live trading in for those that want to be involved or can be involved, and not have it affect the challenge here as we go forward. But we'll be talking more about it here in the coming days. You'll also get an email that will show the calendar there and have the dates defined there for you, so you don't have to go back and watch this video to find the various dates. So that should be coming out here this week. I expect it tomorrow, but I'm not 100% sure on that here just yet. All right, so that's that's what we have going on, and how we're going to kind of go into the end of this year. And then, for the rest of this week, you'll hear me kind of set up the next challenge. I want to have it all set up so that we're ready to go into next year. And then we'll log this challenge. And unfortunately, this challenge is likely going to end with a loss. I will show the time decay. Because if we take time decay out of our trades, we actually are green on the challenge, which is pretty amazing. And given the stats that we have for this challenge, for it to be where it is, I think it's pretty good. But it is one of those challenges that I expect to have about 20% of the time where it just doesn't really get off the ground. It doesn't really find that rhythm. And, this one has been. And so I am going to end this challenge about 30 days early because I'm ready to get out of this challenge, get on to the next one, and get that rhythm back and get that rhythm going as we enter into 2020. Thanks for hopping on. Thanks for being with us here at Trader Minute. Happy holidays to all of you. Have a safe and enjoyable one, and I'll be back on with you here tomorrow morning. Take care.